News 3's David Douglas has been investigating the trend and is here with tonight's top story. David.
Andy, 145%. That's the startling spike in requests for shelter domestic abuse intervention services saw in the early part of this year. And as the economy continues to struggle, women are fighting to stay safe and in some cases alive.
She don't do anything wrong, and I don't think, I think that's it's something that shouldn't have happened to her.
Whether with a handgun, as in Saturday's shooting, or the back of a hand, abuse advocates say violence is always wrong and should never happen. Yet with frightening regularity, it's getting worse.
More death threats, more strangulation, more stalking, more mutilation.
Shannon Berry hopes to help people before their situation ends with crime tape around their homes. Domestic Abuse Intervention Services tells us the economy creates stress that escalates violence and sometimes makes it even harder to leave.
Just a fear of even trying to separate and trying to make it on your own when your finances might be tied up with the other person.
I think we are seeing people who maybe wouldn't have gotten into the system. Economic times have been harder for people.
The Domestic Violence Unit at the Dane County District Attorney's Office handles more than 3,000 cases a year.
Our numbers are not dropping.
And there's no group, no socioeconomic class not affected.
Every day there's a lot of people without big cases or big names that come through our system that are, going through this, who aren't necessarily, the attention isn't on them.
This something that's going to affect a lot of us for a long time.
And I think a lot of us for a long time as well. The holidays are supposed to be happy, but it doesn't mean violence isn't happening. In fact, more victims may not be reaching out for help this time of year under pressure to be happy and keep families intact. Yet there isn't traditionally evidence to show violence spikes because of the holidays that is actually a myth.
A reality for so many quiet victims, David. Are there resources for these victims?
Absolutely there are. There are some numbers you should know. If you know someone being abused or if you're in that situation, you are urged to call Domestic Abuse Intervention Services. The number is 608-251-4445. Again, 608-251-4445. And you can also find the information in the news link section of channel3000.com. If you're using a computer, though, Andy, you should not use a computer your abuser can access, or you should clear the history so they can't see that.
Great tips, great resources. The night team's David Douglas reporting. David, thank you very much.